Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Anthony. Let's get into these dividend paying stocks and the purchases that I made last night. Cheers. So it is Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2020. Now, last night I made some purchases. I deposited 160 Australian dollars into my portfolio buying power, and that allowed me to obviously split that up and buy a number of stocks which I've currently holding in my portfolio. So basically I've just increased my position in these companies which are dividend paying companies. The whole reason behind this is those dividends. I would love to continue building my dividend portfolio, and it is growing amazingly, as you guys have been seeing and following my journey. Now, today is an awesome day because we are all greens right here. So on the day, I'm up $15.26, and in total, $254.47. I'll put the screen share up so you guys can see my portfolio, which is currently sitting at $5,815.95. That is incredible. I have officially broken the 8,000 Australian dollar mark in this Stag US investment portfolio. That is huge. That has taken me nearly 12 months. In actual fact, coming up in September, it will be 12 months since I started using Stag. Now, that is awesome. It has been an incredible journey, and one that I'm not going to stop forever. I love it. It is something that has literally changed the way I think about money and investing. Seeing that growth and the dividends coming in every single month non-stop is awesome, and I think you guys should really get on board and look at some dividend investing stocks because it really will help you guys in the future. So let's go through my purchases that I made last night, and I'll show you my positions which I'm currently holding and what I've increased. All right, guys, so stick around. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So again, I deposited 160 Australian dollars into my portfolio last night. That got me about $108 in total. Plus, I had $5 or $6 in dividends, which were paid out yesterday, late afternoon. So I reinvested those back into my portfolio, which is something you guys should really do. All right, so the first company that I purchased was Stag, ticker symbol STAG. These guys are an industrial REIT. They invest into real industrial property. I have been heavily investing into Stag since September last year, 2019. So I built up that portfolio. So I am currently sitting at 9.08 shares of Stag, which is quite a substantial portion of my portfolio. Their dividend yield is 4.42%, which is really good. The analyst within Stag is suggesting 67% buy. So this is a good stock at the moment to buy. I have made on the day $3.78 in returns, and in total $58.35. That is pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. So last night I purchased $18.99 of Stag. That got me 0.57 fractions of a share. So that is good. And as I mentioned before, my current position in Stag is sitting at 9.08 shares in this company, which is great. So guys, check out Stag. Do your research, have a look into it. It is a monthly payout, which is fantastic at helping build those dividends and reinvesting those dividends, which is something that you have to do. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next one that I purchased last night is a Vanguard indexed ETF. It is the Vanguard ticker symbol VYM. This is the high dividend yield ETF/index fund, which is fantastic if you're chasing those dividends, but also wanting to diversify your money across the top 500 companies in the United States. You can't really go wrong with this in terms of diversification. You're spreading your money of the top 500 companies in the United States, which is great. Now, I purchased last night, again, $18.99 of Vanguard's VYM. That got me 0.226 fractions of a share. The effective price of this stock is $84.02, which is quite reasonable considering that the majority of the Vanguard indexes is currently sitting at around 300 to US dollars to maybe 180 US dollars if you're, something like VTI or VOO, which are quite expensive, but this one is quite low. But again, if you're chasing a dividend, be very careful, but I think VYM is a good point if you're wanting to get that dividend yield every quarter. And this is a quarterly paying stock, and spreading that diversification in your portfolio. So I'm currently sitting at 0.6752 shares of VYM. I am invested in quite a lot of Vanguard products, which is something I'm looking to do more of. Mainly the indexes and indexes and ETFs, which are paying dividends. I am invested in one bond, which is VCLT. That is a monthly paying bond. So if you're interested in a monthly payer for Vanguard, check out that one. But so anyway, back to this VYM. So that was the other one that I purchased last night. So let's move on to the next one. Pepsi, ticker symbol PEP. These guys are incredible. They've got a dividend yield of 2.97% at the moment. Their stock price is sitting at $137.92. Now, obviously, when you're buying into PepsiCo, you're buying into a number of different brands like Gatorade, Mountain Dew, and a whole other range. Of course, Pepsi. Everyone knows Pepsi. So I think these guys have got a lot more growth. They seem to be a lot more secure than Coke at the moment, which is good. So last night, I again invested $18.99. That was me splitting up that 160 Australian dollars into those 6 stocks. So Pepsi was one of them. That bought me 0.13 fractions of a share last night. The effective price was $137.66. And my current position is sitting at 0.5419 shares of PepsiCo. And if you're looking for a dividend growth, I think this has got a lot of room for dividend growth. And Pepsi is one of those consumer staples which is going to be around for a long time. Everyone likes drinking Pepsi and Gatorade and Mountain Dew, especially in the United States. So one to consider if you're thinking about adding a consumer staple to your portfolio, PepsiCo, ticker symbol PEP. Let's move on to the next one. Favorite monthly dividend payer, O Realty, ticker symbol O. These guys have been paying some really nice dividends for me over the last 12 months, which is my anniversary coming up here with using Stag. So last night I purchased, order amount was $19 of O Realty. That got me 0.311 fractions of a share. Now my current position in O Realty is sitting at 13.94 shares of O. Now, this is growing quite nicely. They've got a great dividend yield at 4.59%, which is not on too high, and it does have room for growth. The analysts right now are suggesting a 100% buy on this stock. I tend to agree with them. Obviously, things are happening in the world at the moment with this current situation with the Rona, which a lot of residential tenancies may be a little bit unsecure, but these guys have got a lot of commercial tenancies, and things are a lot different over there in the US, which by the looks of things, here in Melbourne, things are locked down, but businesses are still able to trade over there and people are still able to walk around and do things. So I believe this is a good, strong stock because things are picking up in the United States, which is great. So 13.94 shares of O Realty. I have made in total $13.52 on the day, and in total I've made $59.89 in total since September last year. That is awesome. All right, so again, these guys paid me a dividend yesterday of around $5, which I'll show at the end. I reinvested that dividend, and again, this comes in every single month. So that is only just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing, as long as this company is still around. So that's fantastic. Let's move on to the next symbol, XOM. This is Exxon Mobil. Obviously, Exxon Mobil is an incredible dividend payer. They pay every quarter. So these guys are not a monthly payer, but a quarterly dividend payer. Now, I have been heavily investing in Exxon Mobil because it is quite a cheap price at the moment to get into this stock, which I think is quite good. So I invested $18.99. That bought me 0.44 fractions of a share, which is great. The effective price is $43.05. That is quite cheap considering the price. If you look in the 3-year chart, was hovering around that $70 to $80 mark around there over the last 3 years. So it is virtually half price now. So my position in Exxon Mobil is 8.32 shares of Exxon Mobil. On the day, I have made a negative return of 4.6%, and in total return again $4.60. And on the total return, I've made a negative. I've lost $4.68. Well, that's going to happen. But again, these guys have a very good dividend every quarter, and it's paying 8% at the moment. So guys, just be careful with this. But again, I've been investing heavily into Exxon Mobil because it will pick up eventually when obviously everything calms down in the world, and the price should return to some normality if everything sort of tends to get a little bit better. So Exxon Mobil, ticker symbol XOM. Guys, do your research before you're buying anything, and make sure you're comfortable with investing in stocks like this, especially with a high dividend yield. I know that Royal Dutch Shell have cut their dividend a number of times, so just be wary of Exxon Mobil. Hopefully they don't, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's move on to the last dividend stock that I purchased. Now, this is my favorite index at the moment to invest into, the S&P 500, and that is ticker symbol SPHD. On Friday last week, I purchased some of this company, Invesco. Now, obviously, these guys are a monthly player, which is fantastic, and the price is quite reasonable, $34 a share. Over the last 3 years, though, it hasn't really dropped much below. Gone up really much over $40 USD. So it has remained that pretty steady flow for the last 3 years. But again, it dropped right down in March to $27, and now it's slightly creeping its way back up. Excuse me. So 17 shares of SPHD now that I've made that purchase last night. Their dividend yield is sitting at 5.33%. And investing into this company, you're going to be diversifying your money across all the top 500 companies in the United States. So guys, check that out. They are a monthly dividend payer as well. So you're going to be seeing those monthly dividends coming into your portfolio, which you can then reinvest. All right, guys, so have a look at my dividend tracker coming up next, which has gone up, which is awesome. All right, so stick around for that, and make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are a dividend investor and you are growing like me. All right, guys, so thanks very much.
All right, guys, welcome back to my Stag account. Now, the portfolio is currently sitting at $5,815.95. We are not far off 6,000 USD here. Excuse me. So the portfolio is it is just reached over 8,000 Australian dollars. I'm up $15.26 on the day, and $254.47 in total. That is incredible. These companies have been doing quite well. A few of them are in the red, but it doesn't matter because I am a dividend investor. All right. Now, just wanting to show these dividends that I received yesterday. So let's go into the dividend portion of my portfolio here. All right. Let's scroll down here. You can see my purchases there. SPHD, Exxon Mobil, Realty, PepsiCo, VYM, Stag. And that's the journal entry there being the money that I've put in. All right. Yesterday, Main Street Capital paid $1.22 of a dividend. AbbVie, 93 cents of dividend, and the big one, $3.11 of dividend from Realty, and then OKE dividend of 13 cents. Now, it sucks that you get taxed, but it doesn't matter. 0.18 cents in tax, and 0.14 cents of tax for AbbVie, 0.47 cents of tax for Realty, and 0.02 tax for OKE. Doesn't matter though, because I had dividends of about $5 if you add them up, and I reinvested into this $108, which got me virtually just over 111 US dollars, which is great. All right, guys, so let's move on to the dividend tracker, which I'll put up next, so stick around for that. All right, guys, welcome back to my dividend tracker, which is now sitting at $445.87 after adding the companies that I purchased last night. I have had an increase of $7 a year in dividends. That is awesome. So let's have a look at today's dividends. One day that is ET, which is Energy Transfer. I'm due to receive $1.12. AMLP, Illyrian, that is 25 cents. Caterpillar, 28 cents. Prospect Capital PSEC is $8.17. That is going to be paid on the 20th of August, which is awesome. Starbucks, my favorite, for 46 cents. British American Tobacco, 22 cents, and Royal Bank of Canada, 15 cents, so on and so on. You guys can track all of these dividends coming in with this app. XOM Mobil is going to be a big one, actually, at 8.33 shares at $10.11. That is awesome. Definitely going to be reinvesting that one. So let's move down to my top three: PSEC, Realty, and SPHD. PSEC paying $97.99 a year. Realty sitting at $54.50 a year. SPHD at $42.85 a year. Now, this is in Australian dollars now, which is great to see the actual amounts coming into my buying power. Excuse me. Now, my goal, I've reached 45% now, which has gone up from yesterday. $445.87 of $1,000 goal that I want to have as passive dividend income. All right, guys, so you can see here the monthly income for August is sitting at $27.91 confirmed dividends. September is currently sitting at $18.89 of confirmed dividends, and $22.11 is yet to be confirmed. And again, you can see the portfolio here and keep track of it. Don't know why this is a little bit different to Stag, different amounts, but it's pretty much the same thing because I've got the amounts of stocks correct. Now, I'm just checking here. So again, Walt Disney suspended its dividend. EPR Properties has suspended its dividends. Gap GPS has suspended its dividend. And that seems to be the only companies that have suspended their dividend. All right, guys, so there you go. It's currently sitting at $445.87 of dividend income. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps the algorithm. And would love to hear your feedback and how you guys are all going out there with your dividend portfolio. All right, guys, take care. All the best. Bye.